Hello, welcome back to Pump with Purpose. So I am here to do part 2 where I talk about actually using the pump, how it worked for me, my thoughts, and all of that. So just wanted to get started. If you have any questions about how to assemble all the different parts that made this to look like what it is, please look at my part 1, which talks about assembling the pump. So just wanted to literally save time for this and literally talk about the next steps. So as far as the charging, again, you have the cord here, so you can either use an Anchor, like some type of portable charger, or get a wall charger that has a USB like this, or just some type of portable charger just to charge by USB. So as far as the actual how to carry, you can hold it, you can put it in a fanny pack. You also can clip it on the side of your body as well, so you can walk around and get things done. I did note that in the first one, the tubing is it just depends on, what works best for you. But it does, if you want to use it where the tubing stays into this feature, you do have to take it, put it under your shirt, under your bra, and go up that way, versus I like to go into my bra this way. So again, I can pull it out and take it from out of this and put it this way. But again, there's this feature here. So if it, leans up too much, it can restrict suction. So I don't think that that's the most ideal way. So I would literally rather you just take it back through and push it in and then pull it back down. So I don't really think that's the ideal way. So literally going under is what works best. But let's talk about the pump itself. So as far as, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. I have used this, for a couple of days now. I've had to use it extra because I cannot believe, I'll save that. So as far as the actual pumps, it does have 2 modes. I'm reading from the instructions because I'm not going to pretend to be an expert at this. So I, read the instructions and want to bring to you the most important stuff. So it comes in stimulation and expression. It will always start in stimulation, the faster pumping rhythm to have letdowns, and then it will automatically switch to expression after 2 minutes. You can also change modes in the app, or on the hub itself using the mode button, which I'll go over the buttons as well, which is here. When the mode light is illuminated, the pump is in expression mode, and the slower, stronger pumping rhythm for, which is the slower rhythm for expressing milk. So as far as charging it, so with the charger would go here. So it has a silicone case around it, so you can charge it as well as use the tubes with the silicone case around it, so that it's not a concern. When it's charging, when it's, needs to be charged, it'll turn red. When it is actively charging, it will have kind of a, what is the exact color? It will have more of a orange tint to it, which means that it's charging. And once it's fully charged, it will have a green color. And so you don't want to overcharge this again. Once it's ready to go, charge it. Once it's ready to go and finish charging, take it off, use it whenever you need to. When you see it's going, to need more charging, charge it, but don't just leave it on the charger or anything. It can mess up the battery by doing that. So as far as the actual, so the hub will automatically switch from simulation to expression after 2 minutes, which I said, this is some of the automatic functions. When the hub is pumping, it will automatically pause after 40 minutes. It is recommended that you leave the Elvie stride for 60 minutes before using it again. When the hub is paused, it will automatically turn off if a button has not been pressed for 5 minutes, and the hub will automatically turn off if the battery is empty. The hub will automatically turn off if a technical error occurs, and it talks about how to troubleshoot in the manual as well. So it's a very thorough manual. I literally have been reading up on it, but I'm not going to pretend to, be able to tell you all of that after only having it for a little bit. So let's talk about the functions itself. So this is the power button here, and you will see it light up here. And this is the mode button, which is here. So this will switch it from stimulation to expression easily. This is the pause and play button here. And this is the up and down feature here. So it is very intuitive, just like, you know, normal pumps. It has the power button, a mode button, a start and stop button, and then plus or minus to do whatever you need it to do. So the functions are there. So let's talk about the pump and what happened with me. So I started using this pump and literally I had to stop. I mean, I started it up. It, you know, I'll let you hear. It is quiet. So play. So this is it starting in stimulation mode. If you need to turn it down, you should do so before starting. So you have to kind of hold it down a little bit. You can't just press it. So like if I do just the press, it won't just come on. It's a great thing to have to hold it down a little bit and then it'll come on. So before you start, you can easily take it and turn the suction down to a place that's more comfortable for you. So, and then go up from there. So it does start kind of halfway through, but you can move it up or down, you know, as you learn what works best for you before turning it on. And so then it'll start in the stimulation mode again. So I'll let you hear it. So after 2 minutes, it will switch to expression, or if you want to go before then, you can just press the mode button here. And then it goes into expression mode. And again, you can move it up or down, whatever is more comfortable for you. Go down. Or I'll bring it all the way up. So that's about halfway. And then I'll let you see this is moving. I don't have it hooked to me or anything, but this wanted you to hear the sound. So yes, so I will say I do have elastic nipples. So again, I was hopeful with this because the Elvie hubs work well for me. But I think for me, once it doesn't have the actual motor into the hubs like the Elvie, it was a wash. Like literally I started pumping and I had to take it off. I was like, let me go pump with my regular pump first before I mess up my supply and I'll come back. Literally, I was trying the first time I was pumping for like 15, 20 minutes, nothing. I got nothing. And I mean nothing. So then I waited a few hours, and while I was getting my kids' stuff ready before I go pick them up, I literally was just washing dishes and stuff and learning, you know, just doing it mobile wise, and like pump for 40 minutes. And literally in my right side, I got maybe not even like a few drops. And I mean like literally enough to cover the bottom of this. It was like literally just this little bit came out. My left, I got nothing. And I mean nothing. And so I have not successfully been able to pump with this. I even use my Bosian cushions in here. This is a size 24. So on my regular Elvie, I have to, for elastic nipples for expansion, I do have to size up and then use these to get the expansion that I need. So again, this only comes in a 24. They make other sizes, but it only comes in a 24. So you either have to size up or down, depending on what flange sizes they're going to offer or they offer. And then, or use some inserts as well if you're having some concerns with getting the milk that you need. So for me, this pump will probably work great for someone, just not pump with purpose. I can't say that this pump I've even used other cups and I have gotten something more, like a couple of ounces out each side, 1 to 2 easily. This time I got drops, and this one I got nothing. And so I wanted to love this pump because I love the Elvie. It has worked for me with some hacking, but so I really did want to love this. And so far, my initial thoughts after 2 days of using this, the suction is very weak, so I can go all the way up to the top. And I mean, it's suctioning, but it's just not triggering me the way to stimulate in a way that is effective. And so, I do love gentle yet effective suction. So this is a gentle suction. It's not intense in any way, but I don't mean that I have to have bulletproof, chest in order to be able to pump. I'm not going to be in pain, but this suction is just not as strong as I would want it to be. And I don't, could definitely agree. I need to have the right flame sizing. So I'm not sure if, going up to the 28 to allow the expansion, because the actual hole is so small. I mean, for a normal person, I guess, that doesn't have elastic nipples, this would be effective. But literally, this much of my finger, I mean, it's just not enough expansion. So I don't know if I need to go to a 28. I'm not going to say, I'm going to be completely honest, transparent. I don't know if I'm going to hack and try to make this work for me. I mean, I'm just not in it. So it is free with insurance. If you have that opportunity, they do have buy it now options. That is up to you. For me, if I got it free from insurance, I mean, if there were some other options, then I probably would look at those first and have a discussion with me about them. But if, this is something you really, really want to try, it is a cheaper price point. I definitely don't discourage it. It just was not effective for me, but I'm sure someone, when this starts to, be readily available, others may love it. Again, I am the type of person, I don't have to go with the grain. So, I am not going to be a part of the hype in recommending something that I just can't stand behind. And so that is where I am with the Elvie Stride. It is a great pump for someone. It's just not for Pump with Purpose. And so I really just wanted to bring to you my review of this pump. I'm not even going to say I'm going to keep trying to make this work, because it's just not even to get drops, after 40 minutes. I don't know how much hacking I can do to make this work for me. I mean, with the Elvie, literally, it took the cushions, the Bojin cushions, and literally I was at my normal output. Some type of cushion has always worked well for me in the Elvie, but the Stride, I have just not had the type of luck. So, it is a good pump for someone, I guess. It's just a lot of parts. If you look at my assembly video, it's just a lot of different parts, a lot of silicone parts, a lot of parts that can, stretch over time. And I just don't know, how that will work. I don't know the cost of, needing new parts yet. I haven't had the opportunity to research that. And I'm just not sure, based on what I'm seeing, if it's worth me to go through it. I will, try to find some answers for you all, that really want to try this pump, because again, pumping is not perfect. No pump is perfect. So, someone else will try this and they will absolutely love it. They could probably fill up the whole cup. It just is not working for me. And I've tried now for days, and I've never really had to try this long to get something to work for me. So I just wanted to bring to you my initial thoughts on the Elvie Stride and come to you in truthful transparency that this pump is good for someone. It's just not good for me. So thank you for taking the time to look at this review again. And I will let you know, where I end up with this. This is just my initial thoughts. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep going with trying to make this work for me, but I will, try to find out, hopefully, the parts and how to get them, how much they cost. I don't know about the wear of the parts, because it's silicone, and through time, can wear out and will cost money to have to replace. It's just a lot of parts for me. So again, this is the Elvie Stride. Wanted to bring to you my thoughts on it, my initial thoughts on it, and let you know how it's going. So until next time, we'll pump with purpose.